Hey guys, Rushy here, how you're doing? Today I'm doing in this video an overview, not so much a review, of the Hori Fight Commander pad. This isn't the Fight Commander 4 pad, this is the normal Fight Commander pad, so it doesn't have the adjustable D-pad. It's not quite as chunky on the left hand side, not as bulky as the Fight Commander 4. So yeah, people have been asking me if I play on pad, if I play on stick, so I'm a pad player, I've always been a pad player, and my preference is the 6-button layout of using pad. I'm not too keen on the PS4 pad because you just get the 4 face buttons and you're forced to use the 4 trigger buttons on the top. But with the Fight Commander pad, the reason why I like the 6-button layout is because I used to have a Sega Mega Drive. I used to use the 6-button pad for Street Fighter on that, and the Sega Saturn as well. I love the 6-button layout, so it's just what I like. There are great players out there that use PS4 pads. Luffy, for example, he uses a PS1 pad. I don't know if that's the same layout, the 4 buttons there and the 4 buttons on top. But with the Fight Commander 4 pad, you've got the 6 buttons on the face of the pad, and you've got a little, you can see there, a little toggle there. I've got a toggle to the right, where I'm using, basically what it does is, it activates these 2 buttons here, which are R1, R2. But your L1, L2, it uses these here. So these buttons, with the toggle that I've got here, makes these buttons redundant, so they don't do anything. So what I do is I have my 3 punches there, my 3 kicks of Street Fighter there, and I have my 3 kicks using the L2 button, and my 3 punches using the L1 button. That's how I've got it configured. Overall, I mean, I really like the pad. It's perfect. The only, as I said, yeah, for me, it's perfect. Bar one thing, the D-pad. T-pad's good. It's very accurate. It's very responsive. It's not quite as loose as the PS4 D-pad, but it's a little too stiff, if that makes sense. The PS4 pad flows quite. The PS4 D-pad flows quite well. This is has a bit more feedback. It's a bit harder to press. But what I don't like about this is it's a cross shape similar to the PS4 D-pad. Going back to the Sega Saturn, and particularly the Mega Drive 6-button pad, the D-pad was a little bigger, and it was round rather than across. So the actual piece of plastic that was built in for the D-pad was a round shape. So for example, the problem I have here is you can't really feel when you're pressing the diagonal directions. I mean, you know when you're pressing them, but you'd rather get the feedback. You rather know that your finger's on the diagonal rather than just, it's hanging in between down and forward or down and back. That's the only gripe I've got about the pad. But other than that, everything's perfect. The buttons are very responsive. You can hear the buttons. I'm pressing them. They don't feel as high quality as a PS4 pad, but they're still very good. I can't complain. No problems with the buttons. I can't complain about that either. Size of them's just right. A bit bigger than the PS4 buttons. Yeah, they feel very good. Trigger buttons as well. They have the same drop, if that makes sense. So it's the same same button press for both. So it's not different. Like the PS4 pad has a trigger. It has a button, doesn't it, for L, E, and R buttons. These are exactly the same. Just that the 2 buttons, the L2 and R2. It depends on how you got it toggled. They're a bit bigger. But yeah, feel fine. Feel very equal. Very similar. Yeah, I mean, turbo function I don't use at all. Actually, I say you've used the toggles. There's a toggle there. There's a toggle here as well. So I've got it to left. So I think the toggle here is for the D-pad. So you can toggle it to the directional pad to left stick or right stick. So I've got it on left stick because I want to use. So on the PS4 pad you'd have your left stick, your right stick, and your D-pad. I've got it stick to left stick. I think the D-pad would be the same, wouldn't it, for Street Fighter? I'm not sure. But yeah, got it for that to control this. Got the toggle there for those buttons as well. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's a good pad, it's worth the investment. You have to import it from Japan, so you have to pay import charges if you do get one. I read reviews, people said they're very flimsy in their break after a few months. I've had this for over a year now and it's still perfect, it still works fine, no problems. The only input I have problems with is probably jump quarter circle. So I use Ken, for example, on Street Fighter 5, so his jump air tatsu, if you try and get it quite low, you're obviously pressing jump forward and then you're sliding backwards. That can be a bit tricky. I'll probably get it, I'll say 8 to 9 times out of 10. So I do have some issues with that input every now and again, but it's very rare, especially now I've been playing the game so long. But everything else, I honestly can't fault the pad. If you're not too keen on the PS4 pad, it's important. The biggest thing for me is I like the triggers on my right. I don't like triggers here because you're doing the work with your thumb on the D-pad. You don't want your 3 punches, 3 kicks here. I find it's really awkward because you're using this hand two sort of actions, the D-pad actions and the trigger buttons. So that's the main reason why I had it, because of the 6 buttons on the front and my 3 punches, 3 kicks on the right hand side. My fingers on top here are doing nothing, they're just focusing on the D-pad itself. So that's the main reason why I bought the pad. And I used to play Street Fighter 4 on I used to have a Mad Catz pad. I found the Mad Catz pad awful, it just didn't feel right. The D-pad was really inaccurate. I didn't like the buttons, I didn't like the feel of the pad, it felt really cheap in comparison to this. I wasn't a big fan, but this feels good, the buttons are good, the D-pad is, like I said, it's my only, if I was to give it a score out of 10, this isn't a review, this is just an overview, but if I was to give it a score, I'd give it probably like an 8.5. The only reason why I'm not keen on it, why I give it a lesser than 10 marking, is because of the D-pad. I just wish it was a little more, like I said, if it had a circular shape, maybe if it was a bit bigger as well, the actual D-pad, it'd be really, really good. I'd be really, really happy with it. But overall, yeah, other than that, it's fine, really good. Street Fighter 5, if you're a pad player, or if you're a 6-button pad player, or if you're a stick player, this would be perfect for you, really, really good. It doesn't hinder my performance at all on Street Fighter. I can't ever blame the pad for any mistakes, more myself. And if anything, yeah, it makes me a better player because I don't like the PS4 pad. I would never have bought Street Fighter 5 if I was forced to use the PS4 pad. So I'm really glad that I bought it. It's USB as well, so yeah, you can use it on your PS4, you can use it on your PC. I think it works on both. But I play PS4. So yeah, pretty much that's it. I don't want to rabbit on too much more, but hopefully that's given you a good overview of the pad. There's nothing really going on the back, to be honest. It's made in China, Hori, official. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I don't know what that does. Oh, it's a PS4. Yeah, it's a little thing there. You put on PS4, you use it for PS3 and PC, so it's backwards compatible if you've got a PS4. And you got a PS3, so you can go back to previous gen and use it as well. So I should try that on them. Oh, sorry, yeah, I've got Xbox 360, so yeah, this is going to work on a 360. So yeah, guys, that's about it. I hope that's useful. I would recommend, if you're after a better pad and you do feel like the pad's a problem, maybe look into it. If you've got a friend that's got one, just borrow that and see what it's like. But I would say it's worth the investment if you don't feel like the pad's for you, you don't want to use stick. If you're having problems using your L buttons especially, then yeah, this is a good purchase. It probably, I live in the UK, I think it cost me a fair bit actually. It cost me about, I can't remember exactly, I got it from eBay from a reputable seller in Japan. It was about just under £100 including import duty. I want to say about £70–80 with the imports charges. I think the shipping was actually free, but it bumped the price up because of the import charges. But I'll put in the comments the price I paid. I'll look back. But yeah, I recommend this over the Fight Commander 4 if you do get one of the two. Yeah, I wouldn't really bother with the Fight Commander 4. This is the more superior pad. So yeah, thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, let me know what you think of the overview and if it's been useful. Spot anything suspect, let me know if I made any mistakes. But cool, I'll let you all go. Catch you all later.